Creator Clash 3 is officially dead. Now, this is from Sleepy. I have covered him in the past. I think he makes good content. I think he gets a little bit hung up on people he doesn't like, to the point that sometimes he can be a little off base. Not 100%. I don't think he like outright slanders people, but I think that he goes out and like sometimes will have things where he will look for what he wants to find. And I've had it happen with him in 2 different occasions. 99% of the time his coverage is really good, but then I have ran into a couple sticklers where I have called him out a little bit. I still think he makes great content, but he is talking about Creator Clash 3 officially being dead, and I'm very interested to see what's going on with this.
Ladies and gents, you can see what's on screen right now. Okay, we've got some news. Creator Clash has come out with a tweet. We've made the difficult decision to cancel Creator Clash. All existing pay-per-view.
Did anybody not see this coming though? Come on, they added like one fighter. They added one new fighter to the thing after announcing that it was going to be in October, and then it's been crickets, brother. It's been crickets. Absolutely demolished their brand, their everything, because of one video by idubbbz, and then idubbbz jumped ship to watch it hit the iceberg. It's...
Ticket holders will receive automatic refunds.
By the way, Sleepy, if you're watching this, I think this new little animation is incredible, bro. It is absolutely wonderful. I am a big fan of this new animation.
No action is required. While the event won't go ahead as planned, all funds raised so far will still be donated to charity, and our fundraising efforts will continue in the months ahead. Thank you to all the fighters for their hard work and dedication, and to everyone who supported us over the years.
By the way, it's super funny to me that the only money they made was because of the spat between Ethan Klein and Hassan. That was all the money they made for charity. The actual charity made, like, them as a charity was nothing. It was glued on, oh look, we have GoFundMe glued on to our for-profit boxing events. Now we can call it for charity and hide behind that. This is pathetic, like modern, I call it modern virtue shielding. So what they do is they take their virtue and they shield it right in front of them, bro. They could be standing back there naked, covered in oil, making out with like horses and stuff, but as long as they got that virtue shield in front of them, you can't criticize them, right?
We appreciate you. Thank you, the Creator Clash team. Yeah, I mean, I'll just be super clear. Smaggle, let's go. We fucking won. Tectone. Why does this guy have to exist, man?
But here's the thing, like he hates Tectone like with a passion. Now I am waiting for Tectone. I'm waiting till all the evidence comes out, till I can make a full opinion on Tectone, because I've heard a lot of hearsay from a bunch of different sides, and I would like to get like actual evidence providing such. And so far I haven't seen anything other than like weird, like out of context conversations with his ex and some stuff there. I would like when this is fully done and we can see what happened with Tectone, I will fully go in, balls out, slapping him across Tectone's face. But until then, I really have nothing proving that he is what people are saying he is. And Sleepy kind of sits on the position where he's like roast him now, which again, I tend to feel a little bit different in that regard, and I've seen him do the same thing with that Cameron guy, the Cameron 305, which he kind of he's kind of on the position that Cameron's a PDF file. I don't really think that he is. I think that he's a narcissistic loser who's sleepwalking as idubbbz for clout, which is definitely what he is. He is kind of cringe. I think that his ego's got in the way, and the fact that he swept for Yandere Dev for as long as he did is a bit weird. And the fact that he's like, I'm gonna sue you for defamation, but I'm not really gonna sue you, I'm gonna call Ethan Klein. I thought that was really cringe, and I think that's all stuff that you can definitely call him out for. But I just, the other stuff, it just seems like he's stacking that on as much as he can because he doesn't like the guy. And that's where I have my disagreements with Sleepy. But other than that, those are the 2 times.
Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, Creator Clash. It's not really surprising that this thing didn't work out.
Yeah, no, Hassan deserved props for raising money for that cancer. 100%. I see in chat that Jacob Embry saying that Ethan Klein talked about him deserving props for the whole donating to that charity. It's nice that those kids with cancer got money.
I still don't know who was supposed to be the main event of this event. After Harley Morenstein and LA Beast pulled out, and obviously after all the controversy that's been surrounding the event, idubbbz and Anissa specifically, it's not hard to imagine that most YouTubers, most content creators wouldn't want to associate their brand with this sinking ship. I just don't understand why they thought that they were going to be able to host an event at all. Now, that being said, to the fighters that were associated with this that really did nothing but train and try to be a part of something that they felt was either charitable or a fun event, I definitely do feel bad for them. They really
I do too, because a lot of them didn't even know that a lot of the money wasn't going to charity. They thought that they were going to get their money at the beginning, they were going to get their bonus, and whatever else was left in the profits was going straight to the charity. And to find that out, I would be out right away, especially if my intention was, okay, I'm going to make a little money and a lot of money's going to charity. That's a win-win for both me and the people, these kids that I care about. But once I found out that it's like none of the money, none of the proceeds are going to charity, that it's just a tacked on thing, I would have been out so fast. I'd go work with Keemstar, make twice as much money, and then donate more money to charity. At least then I know that I was doing something good. But instead, these guys are just, God, they suck. A lot. The people who were glazing and defending this after the fact, after all the information came out, those guys are suspect as fuck.
The crossfire of Anissa, idubbbz, and H3's fucking holy war. But Creator Clash 2 was a fucking mess. Nobody wants to remember that. Everybody wants to associate this failing with H3 and Hassan joining forces with idubbbz. But the reality is, these motherfuckers couldn't run Creator Clash 2.
Yep, 100%. It's something that's constantly like shoved under the rug. How they use that any criticism against Creator Clash 2 is criticism against a charity event. It was disgusting rhetoric back then. It was one of the first like slightly commentary videos I made on my channel. The fact that the only advertising for Creator Clash 2 was the Froggy Fresh idubbbz drama is ridiculous. He doesn't know how to run an event. Him and his wife wanted to feel like they were big special stars, made giant parties, giant red carpet events, and then lost a bunch of Cancer Kid money. Way to go, guys. You lost money not only on the event, so they had they lost money on the event, and then they had to like sit there and suck dildos on stream so that they could pay these Cancer Kids, which is just sad and pathetic. It's so pathetic. Like, when I heard they were doing a Creator Clash 3, I already knew it was gonna flop before this drama ever hit. It just sucks that it's jeopardizing kids with cancer. It's super disgusting. I hate it.
They just couldn't. So the idea that they were gonna run Creator Clash 3 after the epic failure that was Creator Clash 2, the lack of funds raised, all that shit. I mean, at least this time around, they donate, but there's no fights. And then last time they didn't donate, but there were fights. So I guess it's a little role reversal this time. But I mean, was anyone like forget about the H3 stuff? I don't think anyone was...
I want to live in a time where a timeline where an idubbbz never met Anissa, had Sam Hyde and Tectone on Creator Clash. That would have been funny. Or dude, like, here's the thing: Hassan and Hassan and Sam Hyde were to boss, like that would be just amazing. There would be so much hype behind that. So many kids with cancer would get money. It would be great. I think that a lot of this, I think Creator Clash to begin with, I think a lot of it was kind of a brainchild of both idubbbz and Anissa. They saw it as a way to virtue signal and show that they were different now. I think Creator Clash was a turn for them to show how they were now part of the regular YouTube ecosystem, and they were no longer the edgy guys. They weren't edgy boy and girl people anymore like they used to be, because you got to remember that Anissa was helping idubbbz make a lot of his content where he was dropping the N-word all the time, writing a lot of his content when he was still edgy. So she was a part of it. I think that I think idubbbz kind of set himself into this sad, I'm just a miserable, quiet guy mark, and decided to let her chase her dream of being a semi-prolific content creator. And when he did that, he just was a hollow shell of what he used to be. He didn't want to be there. You can tell that he didn't want to be there. And it was all about just using his fame to prop up his wife.
Surprised that this wasn't going to go through,
and he wasn't going to be able to prop up his wife using his fame if he kept doing the edgy stuff, because I would have just got him nuked like Leafy.
I think it was pretty clear that the tickets weren't going to sell one way or the other, especially booking Amalie Arena again. Like, whose decision was that? And obviously, at least the new people behind Creator Clash decided, okay, we're going to take it to a 2,000 seat venue in LA, which is a smarter idea because you're getting a slightly more wealthy group over in LA. You're probably getting people that are a little bit more.
He took her last name. That says it all. I mean, yeah, kind of. It kind of does say it all. I mean, I have no problem with people not like. So here's the thing: if you're going to, if I like when I had this discussion with my wife, we knew that we were gonna have to change. If she was gonna change her name, she was gonna have to change it in 2 different countries, which was going to be a pain in the ass because she's as a dual citizen, right? So she had to change. She would have had to change it in 2 different countries, would have been annoying as shit. So we just decided not to change her last name. But that was like a logistical issue more than a she didn't want to take my last name issue. And I wasn't like there was never a conversation of do you want to take my last name. I just wasn't going to do that. That's just like weird.
Soy in LA than you would get in Florida, and you're also getting people that are, you know, just typically more likely to be into the commentary, or sorry, forget about commentary, more likely to be into the YouTube creator sphere. Now, it's important to note that the Creator Clash account hasn't made a post since May 29th. Like, they went the entire month of June not saying anything, and then just to get to July 7th and say, yeah,
their whole thing was we're going to be more transparent, we're going to be more like this. There was rumors of people joining the card and like a bunch of stuff going on in the last month. Didn't say anything, dude. Didn't say a single goddamn thing, and then all of a sudden just, oh, we're done. It was too much worky poo, so we quit. I mean, they should have just cut it right away. They should have cut it right away. They should have, like, when idubbbz and Anissa left and dipped, we knew the ship was sinking, and a lot of people were like, well, we can make it work. We can make it work without them, and none of the other people had enough pull. This event was going to be a failure from the moment that they signed the red line and opened up a YouTube camera to say, yeah, we're doing Creator Clash 3. It was a failure right out of the gate.
We give up. It kind of makes sense. I mean, if you're not going to promote the event, if you're not going to be able to find anyone to fight in the event, especially the main event, like who, brother, and this is common sense for hosting fight events. Your main event is what sells the tickets from day one.
Absolutely. And another thing that I think is so funny is they wanted to be above the shit throwing, right? The idubbbz, one of the kings of shit throwing of all time, wanted to be above it. We're not going to be the roll around in the mud, throw insults at each other boxing event. That can be KSI, that can be Keemstar, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, whatever. That can be their thing. We're going to do boxing for the love of the sport. I'm sorry, we're watching content creators beat the piss out of each other. We, like, obviously let the content creators do what they do best and entertain. Let them ham it up. Let them get goofy with it. Go a little WWE energy. That sells tickets. You know what doesn't sell tickets? Being quiet as a mouse the entire lead up to an event. That's not going to sell anything.
The idea that idubbbz was not fighting in this event perplexed me. How did you expect to outdo Creator Clash 1 or 2 in this Creator Clash 3 without the biggest name associated to the brand fighting? And here's the other thing. To this day, Anissa Jomha, this insane woman, okay? I'm just gonna... Anissa the Greasy, all right? This woman still, to this day, has this video...
Which is so cringe. Yeah, dude, it's so cringe, bro, that she still has her boxing video up with the guy that they screwed over. Like, they literally screwed this guy over. And she still has that video pinned to her profile, even though they did nothing for these guys but hose them.
On her fucking Twitter, pinned of her boxing. Couple things to note.
100%, dude. Jacob Embry in chat says it's so silly. That's exactly how you promote fights. 100%. That's how they get it. It's the face-offs. It's the chance that there's gonna be a shoving match. It's them throwing back and forth. Every fight starts out with "I'm gonna kill him. I wanted to put him in grave," and you're like, hey, look at these guys. They actually want to go at it, and these guys are like, I have a lot of respect for my opponent. And then they don't talk for 14 months, and then the fight happens, and you're like, oh yeah, this is a thing.
The community note here. idubbbz former coach alleges unpaid bonuses, being fired, reminding Ian of his dad, and politely asked Anissa to take down this training video. This is all real. He, the guy that's in this video, asked Anissa to take down this video from her Twitter. A couple things. A, she hasn't. B, what's the point of even having this?
That's kind of my position. I think she has every right to keep it up because it's like it's her content, whatever. Like if like Schleppy like didn't like this video, I was like, I want you to take it down. And it's like, yeah, well, 50 to 70% of this video is me yapping. So at the same time, what are you talking about? I don't expect people to take down the content, but at the same time, what's the point of keeping it up? What are you, owning him because you screwed him over and you just want to highlight that? Or do you, like, because this doesn't make you look good. If that's your only thought is to kind of like own the chud, it's stupid because you never ended up boxing, so it just makes you look even dumber.
Boxing video on if A, you're not even promoting boxing fights anymore, and B, you've never fucking fought. You fucking decided, I've had too many concussions, I can't fight. Like is this video just up here for your ego? Like, look guys, I'm a tough OF girl. I'm the toughest OF girl in the West, okay? I can beat your ass. But I'm not gonna fight for charity though. You know, I care so much about charity, but I'm not gonna fight for it, okay? I'm not gonna get into a cage.
I think she even got she even like removed her boob job because she was gonna fight and then just never did. There was so much of her hyping herself up to where she's like doing her little goblin stance here and she looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna be a big deal, and then just never does anything.
Somebody else and literally do, you know, what I'm training for in this video. No, I could never do that, all right? But yeah, going on the Creator Clash website, you know, I was really excited for the main event of To Be Determined Blue versus To Be Determined Red. You know, I really thought that Red, you know, he's a bit of an underdog, but I thought that he had a chance against Blue.
I think this was a little bit of Sleepy injecting himself because he's red. He was red, so he knew that he had a chance to take that spot, and he was like, maybe I can do it, and then they closed it, so he's a little mad about it.
Tubbo versus Sapnap. Although it says that was gonna happen, I'm pretty sure Tubbo like pulled out 2 weeks ago. I don't even know.
Yeah, Tubbo was gone. Tubbo was gone, Ski. I know I haven't covered this in a while, but he definitely dipped out. I think like it was so sad. Everybody was coming out and talking about this, about how they were done. I love that the biggest win of this entire thing was LA Beast's weight loss. I mean, that was incredible how much weight he lost.
Who this Kevin guy is? Myth I've heard of a couple times. Odd Ones Out and Will Neff. I think they were gonna fight. Jay LeRae, I mean, hold on, let me just zoom in. All right, sorry. Every time I see Jay LeRae, I just gotta zoom in. I mean, dude, I'm happy that she's not fighting this person, because this person was gonna rock her shit. But man, am I disappointed to not see her in some, you know, skin tights or whatever. Okay, listen, that's a bit insane. I gotta chill out on YouTube here. It appears after H3 Lena pulled out, they were never able to get Funky Frogbait, another opponent.
And I don't know who Funky Frogbait is. No idea. To be honest, I don't know. I didn't know who 90% of these Creator Clash people were. I mean, if I could pull up the, let's see, Creator Clash 3, if they even still have a website. So it looks like it's canceled, blah blah blah. You can still look, you can still get a pay-per-view ticket. Look at that. Let's see if it takes me to a thing. Oh my god, dude. Unavailable. Okay, thank god they pulled it from there, but you can still got the link. You look at all these people, like I know who Tubbo is. Snap, I think I know who. I don't know who these guys. He looks familiar. Don't know. I know her. I've seen some of her TikToks. I know Jay LeRae. Don't know Ginger Pal. Don't know either of these guys. I think maybe I've seen one of his videos. I take that back. I haven't seen anything from her. And Dad, I actually have queued up because we're gonna talk about Dad here in a second. But yeah, most of these people I do not know who they are. I've never heard of them. It's a weird thing when you're holding an event with a bunch of creators and you can't even pull like decent creators for it.
That's a big thing that
because they know that they could go in to work with Keemstar and anybody else to make real money.
To think about, right, is that when you force
especially after your event fails, like imagine having being reached out to by Creator Clash 2, right, or for Creator Clash 3, and you look back and see how bad Creator Clash 2 did, and it's like, do I want to be a part of that? Do I want to have to address that drama if it happens again? Do I want to have to deal with all the things that will come from Creator Clash 3 if it does the same thing as 2? And I would say no, I don't want to be a part of it. It sounds like it's a clusterfuck and I don't want to be a part of that. So I completely understand why they didn't have the same pull as they did before, and it was just kind of like old YouTubers that were friends or friendly with idubbbz because of his power on the YouTube ecosystem. But other than that, he didn't have the pull he used to have.
these people to pull out and make them feel uncomfortable and otherized. Here's the issue, right? Now you've got to replace those people, and not only are you replacing them, but you're replacing them on short notice, right?
Nobody wants to do that. I mean, everybody saw what happened to the guy that got thrown in last time. What happened was, so it was Chris Ray Gun. It was supposed to fight Froggy Fresh. It was a pretty easy, even matchup. And then they threw some other guy against Chris Ray Gun, and Chris Ray Gun, I think, got it. He got the brakes beat off of him. He just got obliterated because of the poor matchup, and that kind of like breaks down what has happened and like why this is such a poorly handled event, not just in this situation but in the past as well. And I think that's about good on Schleppy.